What is going on, Bills Mafia? Got my new Bills hat for Christmas. The Buffalo Bills are AFC East champs 3 years in a row. Got the three-peat. What's going on, Brett? Well, thank you for tuning in. I'm doing a quick show, so I'll be watching yours later. Got to put the banner up. Division champs. That's right. Just wanted to do a quick video. Still doing some holiday celebration. So I wanted to thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you had a great Christmas. And let's talk about this game. Very ugly first half. I mean, we're losing 10-6 by the end of it. Bass missed the extra point and a field goal. And we're just like, you're really going to throw this away? Throw this one seed away? You had a division guaranteed if you won. You're about to throw it all away. But we didn't. What's going on, Owen? And, 10-6 in the first half. We were running the ball quite well. Josh had some good throws, but all in all, very sloppy first half. Josh Allen, 15 of 26, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Also added 6 carries, 41 yards, and a touchdown. He also had 172 yards. Now the running game was on fire. We almost had 2 100-yard rushers. Motor 12 for 106 and a touchdown, 8.8 yards a carry. James Cook 11 for 99 and 1 touchdown for 9 yards a carry. I mean, we could have we could have pulled the Patriots and not passed one time and won this game. Like I was telling everyone else, it was the worst blowout I've ever seen. 35-13. It felt like it was a terrible game for the most part. Davis was the leading receiver with his average 3 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown. I say average because he averages about 3 catches a game. Dawson Knox with 3 for 38 and a touchdown. And that's really all we had on offense. Let's go to the comments. Got to start to be happy with the Bills having success without Josh playing well. Yeah, like I was saying, it doesn't feel like we're 12-3 in a way. It feels like we're a lot worse than that. But regardless, we're 12-3. And even when our best player isn't playing his best football, he still comes through when we need him to. Still gets the job done, even if it's not the prettiest. We could have Tua, and when the job needs to get done, he fails. We don't have that problem. So, like Brett says, we're not always going to have a superstar performance, but you have those superstar plays that get us where we need to be and get the win. On going to defense, the defensive line's just been incredible all season. I say it week in and week out. The defensive line is the all-star of this defense. You may think it's a Milano and Edmonds, but this defensive line makes that whole back better. The linebackers, the corners, this D-line has just been insane all year, even without Vaughn. The season's all about finding a way, absolutely. But Oliver led the way for the defensive lineman with 4 tackles and a sack. Lawson also had 4 tackles. Epinesa also added a sack. But there's a guy I want to talk about a little bit. Syracuse alum, Kingsley Jonathan. He had only showed up 1 tackle on the stat sheet, but he was a little bit offsides. He had a pass deflection. Obviously, it was offside, so it came back. And he was rushing the quarterback. He was getting in on tackles. They only credited him with 1, but he was around the ball for a couple drives in a row. He was in the mix of all the plays. So it was nice to see him get some time with Boogie Basham being out. So now we have another guy that you could potentially see more snaps from because he did a pretty awesome job. But, I mean, Ed Oliver, Jordan Phillips, Tim Settle, everybody was just manhandling that offensive line. And again, it wasn't the best offensive line, but we did what we needed to do. And speaking of which, we were worried about the run game, right? Oh, the Bears, they could kill us with the run if that's the way to win. That's their key to victory. They got to run the ball well. Justin Fields, who's going to break the record for rushing yards for a quarterback in a season, even missing games, 7 carries, 11 yards. Khalil Herbert, 6 carries, 7 yards. And then David Montgomery, 16 for 62, average of 3.9. So we really shut that run game down. And with them missing 2 of their top receivers, they really didn't have a chance to win if they couldn't run the ball. But, I mean, that obviously they're not a great football team, but they're a young, up-and-coming team with a lot of talent. So to hold, especially Justin Fields, to only 11 yards on 7 carries, it's pretty awesome. But I love that because that was one thing I was worried about, was making sure we can stop the run. But I do want to talk about something that's been bothering me. We'll wrap this up. Why is Stephon Diggs not even being looked at? Like, I was specifically watching him on his one-on-ones, and if Diggs is one-on-one with anybody in the league, he should be getting the ball. But Allen wouldn't even look his way. He hiked the ball, and Diggs is on the right. He just looks left into the middle the whole time. Doesn't even pay attention to Diggs. And he got 2 targets and 2 catches this game. I know he only threw the ball 26 times, but as I always say, your best player has to get targeted at least 8 to 12 times a game. He's a top 3 receiver in this league for a reason. I don't care who's on him. I don't care if he's getting doubled. I don't care if he's going against the best corner in the league. You got to give him the ball every time because he's going to make those plays when you need him to. And if he's getting frustrated, I don't blame him at all because I'm honestly getting frustrated now. It doesn't make sense. I don't know what their ploy is. Like, oh, let's save him for the playoffs or something stupid that the Bills would probably do. But you got to get your best player the ball, especially this week against the Bengals. You know, they're going to get their best player the ball because that's how they win. They give Jamar Chase the ball. They give T. Higgins the ball. They don't try to ignore Jamar Chase and throw it to their 3rd and 4th string receivers like we do the last few weeks. You have to get Diggs the ball, and you have to do it every chance you get within reason. Obviously, you can't throw 50 targets to him, but he's your best player. You have to give him the football. I'm really tired of this. Every week, it's the same thing. I have to keep telling everyone I'm talking to, why is Diggs not getting the ball? Why has he got 0 targets in the first half? And we're losing. Not only were we not giving him the ball, but we were losing and still not giving him the ball. So I'm just getting really, real sick and tired of that. Hopefully it changes with 2 weeks left. The other thing I had a problem with was it seemed Josh was going for a touchdown pass every single play. The winds were 35 miles an hour coming at you, and you're throwing in double coverage 35 yards down the field to Isaiah McKenzie. And it comes short, and he's like 5'2" anyway. Why would you even throw him a ball in double coverage to begin with? Excuse me, the person you should be throwing the ball to in double coverage is Stephon Diggs. And on that play specifically, Diggs was wide open on a one-on-one. Because who's gonna even keep up with him on that defense? The Bears have the worst defense in the NFL, and you wouldn't even want to throw him the ball. I get it. Oh, you want to try to throw it to more people, gain trust, let them have confidence. Oh, Josh can throw me the ball more than Diggs. You know, maybe he trusts me now. It's silly, and I don't know if it was Ken Dorsey just drawing up these plays that are all deep routes, but something has to change with that. Dorsey has to be able to give the ball to Diggs. Yeah, Brett, we talk about that ad nauseum, honestly, because every other team gets their best player the ball, even if they're double teamed. They find ways. Cooper Kupp, you know, he always got the ball. Jamar Chase always gets the ball. CeeDee Lamb always gets the ball. There's no Justin Jefferson gets 12 catches a game. He gets like 18 targets every time. Like he's getting double teamed or bracketed regardless. So I don't want to hear excuses like, oh, but Diggs was double teamed. Diggs is just as good as all those other players that I just named, or if not better. He's a top 3 receiver without debate. You could argue he's 2 or 3, but he's a top 3 receiver. And especially one of the best route runners in the NFL. So I don't want to hear, oh, we can't give him the ball. He was double covered or he was bracketed. I don't care. I really don't, because he can get the ball. And if he is double coverage and, it's a 50-50 ball, he's going to get the ball more times than he isn't. So I'd rather have him get the ball at a 50-50 opportunity than throwing it to McKenzie in double coverage 35 yards downfield in the wind. So that didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, it feels really awesome I know it's the only divisions. We have better aspirations than that. Josh even mentioned, I'm tired of the hats and the shirts, but still, from a fan base, especially in my age bracket, we never seen this stuff. So winning 3 division titles in a row, and 2 of the 3 years we're just dominating the division. And this year we didn't go undefeated in the division like we did in 2020, but we still had a 4-game lead on the division. We lost 2 division games. So if that says anything about the dominance of the Buffalo Bills, I don't know what does. But the journey's not over. The race for the 1 seed is insane. So because we're playing the Bengals, the Chiefs have an easy schedule. We already know this, so they're already guaranteed to win out. And then if we lose to the Bengals, The Bengals have a chance. The Chiefs will probably still get the 1 seed, but it's a 3-man race between these last 2 games because anything can happen. I guess we could win this week, the Chiefs can lose next week, and we could lose in New England. Like we don't know. But regardless, these last 2 games for the Bengals, Chiefs, and the Bills, they mean so much, and it's insane that the figures. The year we went 13-3, we didn't get the 1 seed. The year we were 11-6, the 1 seed was 12-5. Like it's just, and now we're 13. Now we're 12-3, and it's not even secured yet. So it's really funny, but it makes football amazing. That's what it's all about. I think we'll have a pretty good game against the Bengals. I'm not worried about the Bengals. I know they're hot right now, but I'll get into it more in the pregame show this week. But just to go off the last couple games, to mention it quickly, they had 5 turnovers against the Bucs inside their own territory. So they were in field goal range 5 times that they got those turnovers because the Bucs fumbled it like 3 times. They threw 2 picks. It was just that game was given to them, even though they were down by 17 or something. And then they were up 22-0 against New England, and New England went all the way back. They were at the 5-yard line about to win the game, and then Ramondre Stevenson fumbled. So the last 2 weeks, I'm not really impressed with the Bengals. Like, yeah, they went out to a big lead and they came back from a big lead, but they had to get 5 turnovers to do it and then a turnover to win the game. And, obviously it's not going to happen every single game, but they're going to be a tough matchup for sure. They're no slouch. They were in the Super Bowl last year, but when we got the guys on our team, I'm not worried about any other player, any other team. So until next time, though, we're going to be happy with 12-3. Give an extra holiday, a day after the holiday to celebrate the win. Now, starting tomorrow, we're going to be focused on the Bengals, weekly picks. So tune into all that. It's going to be a great time. And Go Bills podcast is going live at 8 o'clock, I believe. So if you want to go listen to more Bills content tonight, go check out his channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video. Let me know what you thought of the game. Let me know what you think of the upcoming game. And then maybe I'll do a live call-in show. Let me know in the comments if you want to jump on the show this coming week for the Bengals. We could talk Bengals Bills. Hope you guys had a great holiday, and I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace.